All right. Thank you and welcome to Zen Wednesdays. This is Felicia, and I am Felicia Rie, one of the co creators of 2020 Vision, and also the owner of Collab Pro Inc., which is a business services company. And I am a co founder of 2020 Vision. Your focus determines your reality. So we're glad that you're here. And we appreciate you so much for hanging out with us for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. This is the fourth week. So thank you for coming. And um, the co-founder of 2020 Vision is Alicia Webster, and Alicia is a broker, associate broker, a realtor with Keller Williams in Hoover in Alabama, and she's also one of the co-founders of 2020 Vision. Your focus determines your reality. So, 2020 Vision is producing this in this mental health awareness month initiative. So we hope that you've enjoyed it, and we hope that you will treat yourself better, because Yvetta has been bringing it, and Yvetta is a dynamic facilitator. She is CEO and founder of Regen, the body company, and she's also a partner of Respire Massage and Spa. And here's Javetta's information. I put her information on her company in the chat, so you can get her information there, the actual link to her website. She offers products for your body, mind, and spirit, and you can get all your products with her on from her site. And Yvetta, we appreciate you so much for taking the time to be a part of this Zen Wednesdays with us. It has helped me for sure. And I'm sure it has helped a lot of people, and we can't wait to forever to publish it to the masses so more people can hear it, because it's a much needed message, and we appreciate you. And the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you for such an awesome introduction. Um, it's actually been really great for me as well. So, I mean, yeah, I don't have to reintroduce myself because everyone knows I'm Yvette Young, and you gave a good background. Thank you so much for that. And for those that are joining us for the first time, I want to thank you for sharing your time with us. I'm not sure if you know, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and every Wednesday of this month, as Felicia said, we've had Zen Wednesdays, which means today is the last Wednesday for us to Zen together. And I must say, I will miss sharing this with you. The first the name of the series is Breaking Free from Emotional Bondage. The first week we covered mental health and how our external world influences our internal world. The second week, we talked about the importance of letting go of emotional bondage. And last week, we talked about rejection. Today, we're going to bring it all together and talk about forgiveness. Before I begin, I want to make sure we're all comfortable and relaxed, and I want to make sure we're in the moment. So, we're just going to take a moment to just do some stretching, some breathing, and some releasing. So, I want everyone to start with their eyes closed, especially if you're not driving, and let's become aware of your breathing, being aware of your breathing, and that's a tune out and a tune in. So we're going to take some deep breaths in, and we're going to breathe in some positive energy, and we're going to release the negative energy on our out breath. So deep breaths in for positive energy, and deep breaths out to release all the negative energy. Let's do that a few times, everyone. Just some deep breaths in, some positive energy, some deep breaths out, releasing all of the negative energy. Take a few moments and do that and breathe and release. Just imagine all the positive energy coming in through your body and releasing all the negative energy out of your body. Okay, now keep your head squarely over your shoulders with your back nice and straight. And slowly turn your head to the right until you feel a nice stretch in the side of your neck. And hold that stretch for about 15 to 30 seconds. And then you'll slowly return your head forward again and repeat to the left side. And make sure you get a nice stretch. I'm going to give you some time to just do your stretching of your neck. Now I want you to gently tilt your head forward and then back, just until you feel a nice stretch. Don't raise your shoulders, just stretching out your neck and breathing and releasing all the stress. Now let's raise your shoulders straight up and move them in a circular motion going forward. Do that a few times and return to your start position and then go backwards. This is just good to do when you're just feeling a little tense and stressed, just to stretch out. Now sitting tall with both feet on the floor, raise your right hand up and reach on the opposite side of your head and just stretch it some. Gonna do both sides. Now use your right hand to reach behind the back of your chair, your back, and just gently rotate your torso. So if your hands on the right side, just also rotate to the right side, keeping your back straight and your hips square to the front, and then to the other side. Okay, now let's place your hands over your heart with your eyes closed, taking your deep breaths in, breathing in positive energy and releasing negative energy. And now I want you to repeat to yourself, I am capable of love by giving love. I receive forgiveness by giving forgiveness. We're going to repeat that a few more times. I am capable of love by giving love. I receive forgiveness by giving forgiveness. And one last time. I am capable of love by giving love. I receive forgiveness by giving forgiveness. Now I want you to give a nice exhale, just release. Moving on can sometimes be very difficult. Learning to forgive others can be particularly challenging. I thought forgiveness would be a great topic to close out this series because forgiveness can be one of the most difficult things to do, even when it comes to forgiving ourselves. Forgiving yourself requires empathy, compassion, kindness, and understanding, and even courage. Whether you're trying to work through a minor mistake or one that impacts every area of your life and others, the process in forgiving yourself will look and feel the same. But it's guaranteed that we will all make a mistake. And sometimes we do things intentionally out of hurt or just sometimes just to get back at someone only to realize it wasn't worth it or you regret and have to deal with the consequences. Forgiveness helps us to break free from the influences of our external world that affects our internal world, which we spoke about the first week. Forgiveness also helps the recovering process and releases us from emotional bondage, which we spoke about in week 2. And forgiveness helps us to overcome the feeling of rejection, which is what we discussed last week. Once forgiveness takes place, the ropes of entanglement come off. The bondage of anxiety loosens up and the fear begins to go away and the walls begin to come down. where you no longer feel like a hostage, one that is involuntarily controlled by outside influences. When someone hurts you, it's natural for you to have feelings of betrayal, anger, and resentment towards them, negative emotions with unhealthy results. It's important to experience the process to release the negative emotion, not by way of acting out. And sometimes it's really hard to do because we are human, and oftentimes we operate in our flesh, but knowing that when you hold on to a painful memory or an experience that's harmful, it's very harmful to you because every time you think of the person or situation, your body like clings up, it tightens up, and the situation stays fresh in your psyche, and it keeps you in a low vibrational state of energy. And it's just like you're just mad, you have anxiety, you're restless, you can't sleep, and it just keeps going on and on. And and even when it's someone that's hurt you over a period of time, you may still be brewing and the other person's going on with their lives without a thought of the situation. They may have forgot about it, or they may not even known that they have hurt you or offended you. But it's as if they hurt you once, but you torture yourself over and over because of it, because you won't let go. So you're going through that torture. So forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to condone or you've forgotten the other person's actions, nor does it mean you have to talk with this person who hurt you. Sometimes talking to them is part of the process to help you move forward. You can't have the attitude like, well, I don't care, forget them. That's not forgiving and that's not healthy. And a lot of times you say that, but you really haven't moved on at all. Although you say, oh, I've moved on, but you haven't, because you see that person, you cringe, or you just, oh my God, here they come. You go through that whole attitude. But the most important thing is that you love yourself enough to let go of that negative emotional attitude. It means you choose to release the pain that you've been carrying in your heart, and you begin to let down the walls that have kept the innocent out. Meaning, you know, when you hold on to the pain, you block out the love that you can receive from others. It could also keep you moving forward in life, in your relationships, your career, and even your health. Forgiveness means that you turn the situation over to a higher power to deal with so that you can live fully in the present moment instead of the past. It automatically raises your vibrational level and allows you to attract positive energy and outcomes in your life. Now, there's some of us have gone through very traumatic experiences, so it may take a little more than some of the techniques we're talking about. It may take getting, professional help, and that's okay. But know that you don't forgive others because they deserve it. You forgive others because you deserve the peace. We have learned this month about breaking free from emotional bondage. And what we do is we've learned how to choose your emotional responses. We've also learned how to invest our energy wisely and how to focus on what we want and not what hurts us. We've heard and learned about essential self-care. And now we're learning on the practicing of forgiveness and having an attitude of gratitude. Now, I say the practice of forgiveness because a lot of times, as we know, it takes practice and it's not easy because some of us have been hurt in ways that may be unforgivable in our opinion. There's a lot of situations that I've seen. I watch TV and I'm like, I don't know about that. But I realize it's not that I'm saying I forgive this person because I'm releasing them from what they did so they're no longer guilty. No, it's me saying I'm giving myself permission to release it so that I'm not constantly like meditating on it. Because sometimes something can happen and that's all you think about. You process it over and over. And then next thing you're having a heart attack or you're having chest pains, you're having headaches, you're nauseous because you're holding all this negative energy in. So when you're forgiving, it's allowing yourself permission to hand this over to God, hand it over to your higher power and say, I'm casting this care upon you because you care for me, and release it and let it go. Now I want to take a moment just for you guys just to process this information that you received. And think about what holding on to pain does. How you may have blocked out a loved one or the future man or woman of your life. Receiving the love that someone wanted to give you because you built up this wall because of unforgiveness of someone else and something that someone else did, that this person is being held accountable for something they had no clue about, or they weren't even around when it happened. Because unforgiveness also brings in some fear. It brings in anger and all these other not so pleasant energies. So I'm going to read this poem I thought was really nice. I want to share with you because, as you know, I always either do a story or a poem, so I want to share this with you. Forgive yourself first. Release the need to replay a negative situation over and over again in your mind. Don't become a hostage to your past by always reviewing and reliving your mistakes. Don't remind yourself of what should have, could have, or what would have been. Release it and let it go and move on. Les Brown. So I said earlier, we're going to hit it and quit it really hard. We're going to fill you with a lot of good information. But before we close, I'm going to say some really powerful affirmations that help me and want to share with you. So I want to say them and let you repeat them to yourself or out loud. I believe we're all muted, so you can do it out loud. But with affirmation, it's important that you believe what you're saying so you can receive it. We're going to put it out into the universe so we can get it back, and we're going to release some things. So let's take a couple deep breaths in, some positive energy, and release the negative energy out. Let's do that a few times. Okay. You can go ahead and repeat this after me. I release the past and embrace the future with pure intentions. I forgive myself from the hurt and pain that I have caused. I am healing daily from the pain that I have caused others and to myself. I am patient with myself. I gently release the ropes that I have entangled myself with of anger and rage from my body. I have set my past hurts and pains free in my participation in it. I have the courage to accept my wrong and correct it. I have the courage and the strength to forgive. I no longer self-sabotage or self-judge. I do not desire to hurt others when I am hurt. I grow with the flow that life brings me. I have inner peace because I operate in love and forgiveness. I make peace with all that have hurt me. I release the hurt and the pain that others have caused. I no longer meditate on the negative things others have said or done to me. I build healthy and long lasting relationships. I will not allow others to abuse or take advantage of me. I give myself permission to let go of unhealthy people and unhealthy habits. I release the burden of shame, guilt, self hatred, and self judgment. I choose self forgiveness. I exchange shame and anger for love and compassion. I do not forgive others because I have forgotten. I forgive so that I can release the hold that their behavior has had over me. I step away from the prison of unforgiveness into freedom. Negative energy has no control over my emotional well being. My happiness does not depend on others, it depends on me, and I won't let me down. Now, I want you to give yourself a big hug and tell yourself how much you love yourself and how you deserve to be loved. And you forgive yourself and give yourself permission to let it go. Whatever you're holding on to that's not beneficial to you, that's not helping you, let it go. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths in to bring in positivity. And release with the out breath the negativity. I want to leave you with this. Forgiving is a gift to give yourself. It frees you from the past experience, and the past relationships. It allows you to live in present time. When you forgive yourself and forgive others, you are indeed free. By Louise Hayes. Thank you all. I really enjoyed this whole month of Zen Wednesdays. It was great for me. It's helped me to grow. It's helped me to mature. And I hope it has also given you something that you can take with you. Also, I will be posting shortly the YouTube channel where you can get the recording in case you want to share, or those of you that know Felicia can reach out to Felicia or to myself. But thank you. And I say to you all, go in peace. Have a great weekend.
I was trying to unmute, guys. Thank you for guys for joining us. I was unable to unmute, but thank you so much. And we've got more Zen Wednesdays coming, more stuff coming. So thank you. And thank you, Yvetta.
Thank you, Felicia.
All right. Good
All right,
night.
so
Hey, Bessie, and I see you on here. Okay, you can stop recording now.